Hey guys, welcome back to InsaneBrit Gaming. I'm the Insane Brit, and today we're going to be talking about gaming addiction and the news that children with gaming addiction are to be offered treatment by the NHS, National Health Service, if you're anywhere else in the world. It's in the UK. So children who have a gaming addiction are to be offered treatment on the NHS. It has been announced as part of a new service dedicated to healthcare professionals will be able to accept referrals for young people aged between the age of 13 and 25 who are seriously addicted to video games. First and foremost, gaming addiction can be of any age, regardless, like smoking or drinking. It could be any age, doesn't really matter. So, but whatever, they got a limit here, I suppose, who they can be referred to, because at the end of the day, you're a fully functioning adult and should be able to make your own choices. But at the same time, this is like an innovative step because technically 20, 21, 22, you're still kind of young. So they're kind of, trying to break people. They're trying to cover a wide range area, which is fair enough. The service part. The service, which is part of the NHS-funded Centre for Internet and Gaming Disorders, which include treatment over Skype. I love the fact that doctors going to be treating you over Skype, which is kind of ironic because you're on the computer still. But whatever. Simon Stevens, chief executive of the NHS, explained that the aim of the new service was to combat an emerging problem. Health needs are constantly changing, which is why the NHS must never stand still. Stevens said, "This new service is a response to the emerging problem, part of the increasing pressure that children and young people are exposed to these days." And that's true. Instagram, for example, they've basically stopped trying to show you how many likes you got on your picture and stuff like that, and trying to stop making that public. It's like same with YouTube as well. They're also trying to stop you seeing how many subscribers you got, and making it a little bit difficult. And just rounding it up to one single number as a whole, like when you get like 160, 170, and it's like that. They're not doing individual numbers because it can cause depression, anxiety, all this kind of elements of people caring, and it plays havoc with your mental health kind of thing. So that big tech is trying to kind of curb that in Instagram and YouTube, because it's all about numbers. It's about the numbers game. How many likes you get on this video? How many likes you get on that picture? How many thumbs down, thumbs up? How many views do you get? It's all about the numbers. Everything is about numbers, and that's what they're trying to curb a little bit there. So that just to give you an idea. Gambling and internet firms have a responsibility to their users as well as their shareholders, and should do the utmost to prevent rather than cash in on obsessive or harmful behavior. Again, so some big tech giants are doing it, and it is what it is. In December 2017, it was announced that gaming disorder was to be classified as a mental health condition for the first time. In 2018, the World Health Organization said it had accepted the proposal that gaming disorder be officially listed as a mental health issue on the basis of scientific evidence. Symptoms of gaming disorder. Now, this is interesting. So maybe you guys have it, maybe you don't. Gaming disorder include symptoms of gaming disorder include lack of control when gaming. Lack of control when gaming. I don't understand what that is. Prioritizing gaming over other activities and continuing to play video games even when it causes negative consequences. Well, who wants to go out and get a job when you want to play video games? Nobody really, but people make that choice, or or put it on the back burner or whatever. It is what it is. I get it. I understand it. I'm not going to say I'm averse to it, kind of thing, like when I was younger as well. Studies suggest that gaming disorder affects only a small proportion of people who engage in digital or video gaming activities, the World Health Organization states. Yeah, I'd say it's a small proportion. Surely. It's not widespread like that. Maybe the world over, it would look as a bigger problem, but yeah, it's in each country. I suspect it's a very small minority. However, people who partake in gaming should be alert to the amount of time they spend on gaming activities, particularly when it is to their exclusion of their other daily activities, as well as any change in their physical or psychological health and social functioning that could be attributed to their pattern of gaming behavior. So basically, so you haven't got a job, you're not going out with friends, whatever, just maybe not paying your bills, doing the laundry, I don't know, Forgetting to cook dinner. I know that a lot of I know for a fact that a lot of people just forget to have a drink when they're actually gaming. I've done that in actual fact. I'm so immersed in the game, I haven't drunk for about 3 or 4 or 5 hours or something like that. You know, if I'm really going hard on a particular game that I'm enjoying playing. I have done that in the past. I wouldn't say I've done it recently. But that is just, neglecting one thing I should do. But whatever. I'm sure we've all been there to a point. Um, right. So sorry, I'm just trying to run down more of these other things and trying to contribute. Oh yeah, and physical and psychological issues. So you might be gaining weight. You might be feeling depressed or whatever. This can change your emotions. And some people actually use gaming to actually socialize anyway, online. So that's another way. It's not exactly the healthiest way of doing it, rather than meeting people and stuff like that. But it is something that people use to cope with depression and stuff like that. I know a lot of people have done that. I think even I did that, and use it as a way of socializing on, I think, SOCOM, you know what I mean? Have my clan and all the rest of it, and linking up with my friends on there. They're all over the world, but we had fun, you know what I mean? So yeah, it can be negative, it can be positive in some ways, but whatever. Claire Murdoch, National Mental Health Director of the NHS, said that addictions to gaming, social media, and internet are problems that are not going away when they play such a key part of modern life, and it's true they do. The NHS is rising to the challenge as it always does with these new innovation services. We but we can't be expected to pick up the pieces, Murdoch said. Tech giants need to recognise the impact of the products which encourage repeated and persistent use they have on young people and start taking their responsibilities seriously too. Earlier this year, the NHS announced it had opened its first gambling clinic for children. Wow. The clinic was opened as part of a series of new services for addicts being rolled out as part of the NHS long-term plan. So this problem is ever increasing. I mean, if you look at anything like the likes on Instagram, or you like, the amount of friends you got on PSN, even, for example, or likes on Facebook, YouTube views, it's about validation to a point. Well, some things are more validation than others. I mean, it depends on how you take it. So, for example, I want to entertain on YouTube and grow my channel and be successful, and I'll get something out of that. I'll get money from that. I'll have a bigger audience to reach, to which care about my content and whatever else. And I take great pride in that, and whatever else. I'm not going to say it's not the same, because it kind of is. It is great to see those numbers go up and your subscriber base grow up. It's great. But that is me kind of benefiting. Sorry, for some reason my actual headset kind of cut out. I don't know why. But yeah, so basically, I'm from business point of view. Of course, you want your numbers to grow. If you're a TV person or whatever, in television, you want to see those numbers go up and up and up. It's all about that. But that will make you money, and you'll kind of be successful or whatever in that respect. It's disappointing when somebody unsubs or something like that. But when you look at a picture on Instagram or something like that, and there are Instagram models, or not even the models, just general people, and you only get 100 likes, or maybe you don't get 100 likes, maybe you get 5 likes, you feel a bit down about that, you're a bit upset about that, like, oh, they didn't like that picture, or my followers didn't like it. It obviously, in this situation, it gives you, and I won't lie, even the YouTube thing gives you a shot of dopamine in the brain, which is a chemical reaction to pleasure or happiness, rather. Like, it's the same chemical gets released in your brain as when you're having sex, when you're drinking, or something like that. Gets released when you actually get a couple of likes on your picture or whatever. It goes up. It's about validation for a lot of people out there. So I suppose on YouTube for me it would be, oh man, people really like this video. I got a lot of views. It's fantastic. Um, you know, and then when it comes to a picture on Instagram, for example, maybe I'll be honest with you, the girls get most likes and stuff on Instagram. It's like, oh, look how many people like me, or think I'm hot, or I'm beautiful, whatever it is. And that's just the way it is. It gives you validation. You get that shot of dopamine in the brain, and it makes you feel happy. And that's just the way it is. But like I said, each one has its different context and what it's done. So yeah, I suppose gaming, when it comes to gaming, it's the same kind of thing. When you achieve something, when you get past a level, when you beat a boss, when you complete the game, you get that shot of dopamine, or maybe even a trophy popping up. I think that's another way of doing it. Xbox achievement or a PlayStation trophy. you know, it's about, oh yeah, man, I earned that. That was cool. I got a trophy. I'm happy. It's a little thing, but it gives you that shot in the chemical in the brain, giving the chemical. And if you are addicted to that kind of thing, and you're just trying to get those likes and all the rest of it at the detrimental of everyday life, like getting a job or whatever else it is, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, oh, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. We get what we should be doing. We know what we should be doing. Um, you know, hell, I'm guilty of some of those things, you know what I mean, in regards to not wanting to get a job or whatever else, you know, like just, I want to do this instead. It is what it is. But yeah, so they're treating it on the NHS. Um, don't know how much that's going to cost each year, but it is a real emerging problem. And of course, as technology and times change, new problems emerge, new solutions have to be found. Um, it's not good. It's another extra. It's an extra lot of money being spent on the NHS for that. I feel it can be prevented. So my advice to you is simply this. I don't normally give health advice or whatever else, so take it for what it is. But I would say if you're going to play a game. But just break it up. Play a game, come off of it, do other things. You know, go out with friends. You know, meet up with people. Hell, you know, talk online. You know, don't even have to. Don't play a game. Just talk online, talk on Facebook, or you know, do something to make your day interesting. I suppose it just all comes down to getting out there. I suppose more than anything else. I know I'm kind of hypocritical of that. But for me personally, I'll be honest with you. If I go back through my history. I used to. This is crazy. I when I left college or whatever, I actually used to not really do anything. Like I just used to play games. I didn't have the internet back then, so I used to just play a FIFA season in a day. I was terrible. I played 6, 7, 8 hours of FIFA a day. Like it was just terrible. Um, now, today, I basically play for 1 or 2 hours a game, and then I'll come off of it and I'll do other things. I'll release a video, I'll talk to people. It may be online, it could be in real life, it doesn't matter. I still don't play the game, I don't have to jump on a game. Um, I'll even watch YouTube, or, you know, I'll do other things, I'll Skype my friend, I'll, you know, do whatever. You know, I break it up. I actually just game for 1, 2 hours tops. I might jump back on it in the night if I'm bored before I go to bed. I'll play a different game. I'll play FIFA or something for about an hour, and then whatever else. But I don't game as much as I used to. That's just a reality, and it's kind of funny because I actually put the gameplay on YouTube and stuff, and you might think, "Damn, you play so many games or whatever." It's like, actually, it's broken up really well, and it's over. You know, it just played over a longer period of time. So I don't game like heavy like that. It'd be once a day if I can, or twice a day on one game or another. But it won't be for like 5 hour sessions or anything like that. Hell no. You know, it'd be for an hour or two, and then you know maybe once before I go to bed, if that, and that's it. You know what I mean? But then again, to me nowadays, it's about content. So I don't have to game every day, but for me, I prefer to because I'm creating content for YouTube, and I'm trying to be productive in building a business or building my channel and stuff like that. But that's just my own context and how I game nowadays. I know a lot of people come home from work, they're tired, they do whatever, they jump pot on a game and they just play the game and they play with their friends and they socialize that way if they're all around the world, or you know, just in general, because you can't always get to people's houses and stuff like that. So, you know, it's just a way of relaxing and stuff like that, socializing, and then they come off of it. So, you know, there are people that just game casually like that, and that is what it is. However, there are people that game constantly, and just avoid everything else in life in itself. It is what it is. But like I said, I don't want to be hypocritical there. I think I've done it in the past, and whatever else. I just game less now. But anyway, guys, that's just my advice, you know, to just break up your day. Don't have to stick to the game. Socialize in other ways. Ideally, get out there and do whatever you know, doing activity, go-kart racing, paintball. I don't know. It is what it is. I know that can be difficult for some people because it's like a lack of friends or whatever else, which I kind of understand to a point. It is what it is. You know, maybe do some charity work or something, and maybe meet people that way as well. It is what it is. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Links will be in the description below. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.